What's up, my fellow collectors, all scalers, hobbyists, anyone that's just come to have a look? Welcome to another edition of Figure This, Figure That, the Don's Figure Chat. Today we're doing a peach of a figure, Hot Toys Alita Battle Angel. Very, very nice piece, eh? I've put an outfit on to start with, and it'll be more of a surprise to see her body after we take the outfit off. She comes with a very nice diorama stand, although it is the same stand used for Civil War Cap America, and to be honest, that's why I bought her. But the more you play with her, the more you pose her, the more you fall in love with this figure. Unbelievable body and articulation. And to think they built this body just for her. It speaks volumes about how much they think of this figure. There's our art box. There is a custom third-party head sculpt like that on the open market, with real hair. I haven't looked into it yet, but more than likely will. This was Muay's first figure. He loves her big time. There's the obligatory instruction manual. Notice I didn't change my voice. There's the PAS operating stick for changing her eyes. She's got a parallel eye rolling system, I think it's called. There's her wrist pegs. There's the feet that you pull off to put the boots on. Come over here. She's got some very expressive hands. I've turned them back to front so you can see the detail both sides. Really, really nice. That's her arc reactor heart that she wants to give to her boyfriend. Oops. If you come out, this here is a die-cast sword from MC Toys. Very dope little piece. And she has the joints to be able to hold it, which is nice. Alita Battle Angel. On her, there's a plaque on her stand. But yeah, let's talk about the figure, eh? The articulation on this babe, yeah, second to none. Every single joint has got its little nuances that things move away, things move apart, so that you can get the poses and the positions you see her get in the movie. You see what I mean by she could have done with real hair for this sculpt. I think Hot Toys should have done that. But still makes for a beautiful figure, eh? If we're going closer, you can see, oops, the detail in her eyes. Really nice, eh? So I've got it in this pose where she's holding the sword on her shoulder, one of her feet up, and she's saying, yeah, I'm Alita Battle Angel. You want to fuck with me? You mess with the real deal. Awesome figure, eh? Awesome figure. And the artwork on the box is also really dope. It looks like it's been airbrushed in Photoshop, which they all do nowadays, I suppose, even real people, so-called real people. But yeah, really like a figure, eh? While I was dressing her, I was like playing around with the joints just to see, you know, where you can get it to. And this chick can do anything, eh? She's like a little gymnast in your house. Go have a look at Muay's video. Check out the pose he had her in. Upside down, doing the splits, all sorts. The stand is very nice, the diorama base. The back wall does come away. So you can just use either the stand with the wall or without. It comes with a transparent pole and a waist grabber. And it's so small, you think it's one of those snail clamps that they use in restaurants. It feels so weird after playing with male figures all this time and big bulky figures, and then you start playing with her or Selena Kyle, and the difference is immense. It feels like you got nothing in your hands. You can see all the new joints. I don't know if you've had the pleasure of seeing the movie yet. It's really good. It's like a robotic roller derby. And they kill the shit out of each other. Good detail on the base. Really nice, eh? As I say, this is it's exactly the same, actually, as the diorama base for Civil War Cap. The heart's a nice touch. You pull off a little plate in the center of her chest, and that attaches via magnets. Really dope touch, that. There you can also see on the ankles the articulation you get out of those. Entirely new ankle pegs and hand pegs. Makes for real easy swapping out of the hands. These boots are two-piece boots, so that you can use ankle articulation for her. So this whole figure is about articulation. She's very athletic in the movie, so they had to somehow transfer that to the figure, and I think they've done it. Really, really nice piece. The only letdown is I think they could have given us this head sculpt with the paint under the eyes, and I think they could have used real hair, well, synthetic hair, but you know what I mean. But as I say, there is one out there on the open market. I think if you go look at Todd's Collectibles, he's got one with the third-party hair sculpt on. And it looks really, really nice, eh? Outfit was easy and hard to put on. It's the first time the outfit's going on. We've always had her just with the body posed. She's in Muay's display piece in his room, in a detolf. And every third or fourth day you go in there, he's got it in a different pose. But that's what they're for, you know. As long as you don't stress the joints out. You can see the detail on her armor. She's transferred into a long-lost battle bot. Her soul, so to speak, her conscious. See the movie, it's bloody good. It's a really good movie, very enjoyable. How she comes to be who she is. I'm trying to think of his name. Christopher, the doctor in Django, and Nazi general with the blonde hair in Inglourious Bastards. He plays the doc that looks after her. And it's based on a future planet Earth where everything is destroyed and most of the rich people live in the sky in like this big city, and all the poor live down below. And there's this set of bounty hunters that go after criminals, and he repairs these bounty hunters because a lot of them have got these robotic attachments. Although still human, they've got all these robotic attachments. And yeah, he helps them out. Christopher Waltz, is that his name? Waltz, Christopher Waltz. But yeah, very dope piece, eh? We'll get in some lacquer action poses so you can see her in action. and I'm sure you'll enjoy her. I'm sure you will. Let's go over the accessories again. There's the art box. Really nice job on the art box. You come down, you've got all the different hands, and as I say, I've turned them back to front so you can see the detail from both sides. That's her heart that she wants to give to her boyfriend. Her feet that detach to put the boots on. To adjust the eyes rod at the back there. 2 wrist pegs. And okay, she doesn't come with this sword. This is a die-cast third-party version. But that's what her plastic sword that she's got over her shoulder looks like. So this was a nice touch. And I think there's a civilian outfit out there as well for her, third party, that you can dress her in. But I'll definitely be looking at that head sculpt after this because, yeah, I found a newfound love for little Alita. So it's time to look at getting her some custom extras, I think. Okay, so we'll leave you there with her little honey eyes looking directly into yours, and I'll see you on the flip side. Okay, boys and girls, that's me back. Let's go in for a closer look. Got it in almost like a samurai, whoops, I skipped there, sorry. Almost a samurai pose, with the hand curled, sword facing down at an angle, ready to come in and do the harikiri. The only thing I noticed, and I can remember this, was Civil War cap. With this base, I was just saying to Muay, you're always stuck with a bent knee in an action pose. Because there's nowhere for her to stand flat-footed, so to say, in any pose. She has the metal sword in her hand. I used to collect blades. I've only just sold them. And if you can see the detail up by the hilt, that's called Odin's Eye Damascus. It's quite a bit of the production standard for Damascus blades. Although Damascus is considered custom, Odin's Eye is a popular choice because of how it looks, and I think because of its name, Odin's Eye. But doesn't she look dope, eh? Let's bring you out so you can see her in full stand pose. Excuse that light on the side. But she just looks amazing from top to bottom. I can't wait to get it in some action poses. You know, full-on action poses with the outfit off. So you can see the body and the special ball joints and joints that they've made for this body. It's not cheap to create a body just for one figure. 3-0 when they made this last Rambo they just released. We knew without a shadow of a doubt that there'd be another one released. Because, as I say, they wouldn't just make one body for one figure, a body for one figure. Yet with this figure they did. But they had to, because of the articulation and the prowess she shows in the movie. And as I say, I can't wait to get that third-party head sculpt, to get the real locks of hair, well, synthetic, but you know what I mean. Isn't she nice, eh? And I think in the light studio like this, with the body, she's going to look fantastic, eh? With all the lights bouncing off her. And when she does the 360 poses, ooh, she's going to be classic. These two-part boots help a lot with posing, because you can articulate them to any position, any angle, which is a really nice touch. Let's go up, pan one more time on her in this pose. By gum, doesn't she look good? Let's have a look at a bit from up above. Yeah, that's nice, eh? That's really nice. And she photographs so well as well. That's another thing about her. She's like a top model. She photographs extremely well. Now, if you look at the arms, that shoulder joint, you can twist the arm underneath that shoulder joint almost 360 degrees. So you can almost turn it to face the other direction, which I never knew about until just now. And you can do the same with the legs. So there's all little nuances that you only pick up once you start playing around with her and posing her. I mean, I thought our action figures came with articulated parts, but this chick is on a whole nother level, eh? Okay, so I'll leave yous with that view while I prepare her for the next one. See you on the flip. Okay, boys and girls, it's me back in the room. I thought, let's put it into one more pose with the outfit on. So she's in that classic samurai pose with the sword length following the direction of the shoulder and the arm. I found a position, although I wouldn't have been able to do it without the waist grabber to get it to stand. But yeah, she looks quite dope once you get her here. Really nice figure to pose. I know I keep saying it, but she is she's just fantastic to play around with. Because no matter what figure or what pose you're going for, she gets there. Let's have a look from the top. See if you can see the blade better there. There's that Odin's eye right at the top I was talking about. And obviously the blade was made from the ship that came down where she got her Battle Angel body from. If you haven't seen the movie, then you won't know what I'm talking about. She was found on a rubbish dump and brought back to life by Christopher Waltz, the doctor. Then she got damaged. I won't tell you how. And her body is swapped out for this Japan or Japanese Battle Angel body. And then that's when she becomes this badass, eh? Nothing phases this chick. She just makes nach, which means she just, makes piecemeal of whatever situation. Very realistic looking figure, especially the eyes. And her body lines are just so smooth. As I say, you can almost adjust every single piece of this chick's body. It's like amazing what Hot Toys have done with her. And she doesn't get a lot of recognition out there. As I was saying, go check out Todd's Collectibles. Have a look at his Alita. He's given her some love. He's shown her some love, and she looks fantastic in his collection. Todd was one of the first friends I made in the 1/6 groups. He actually sent me a whole load of Spawn figures and a Arms Depot Christian Bale armory. Didn't have any of the accessories in, but as soon as the lads in the groups knew I was looking for accessories, they all just sent me loads, all just out the niceness of their hearts. You know, they didn't charge me a cent. It was really dope, and that was my first introduction into the 1/6 scale community as a whole. We can be quite argumentative. We can be quite elitist at times when we're talking to each other. But when someone's in trouble, they all come to help. I've seen some amazing things in the groups from what the lads have done. But anyway, let's get back to Alita. She looks great against this white backdrop, I'm going to start doing some tutorials so I can get back into deep edging some videos so we can start putting some backgrounds in. You don't have to have a green screen. It does help at times, but you can do it like this as well, as long as you've got a nice backdrop to work off, a nice background. Yeah, she's a peach, Look at that, man. That's Alita Battle Angel from the movie masterpiece. Yeah. Sorry, I got excited there. Okay, that's enough of that pose. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's take the outfit off and get it in some tricky dicky situations, So I'll leave you with that view, looking into an almond honey eyes. But just remember, she's there to put that blade straight through your spinal column. Here's another gorgeous little pose. So I'm using the waist grabber this time. So she's got still got the die cast sword in her hand. Legs astraddle. Both turned in the right direction. And that foot there, the forward foot, the toes bend up. So we'll have to see if we can get an interesting pose out of that. But all in all, my only hassle I'd say is there's too many moving parts, you don't know what to do with yourself. But how's that armor, Very nice indeed. The colors under lights, they look so dope, I can't wait to get it in a 360. Although I'm going through my whole what's the word, repertoire of poses with her, so I think we better save some for the 360. Yeah, she just looks magnificent, She really does. I can see why she's so highly thought of as an action figure. Can you see the differential colors in the armor? You get this lilac, you get the gunmetal gray, you get like a burnished silver, and they all react to the lights, which is a really nice touch, eh? Really nice touch. And I still haven't touched her eyes yet. I suppose there is poses where you'd have to move the eyes, but I don't know. I haven't had to yet. She's so small and petite as well. But she's a real powerhouse, eh? When you see her in the movie, she kicks some serious butt, eh? Against some heavy protagonists. Also, maybe for the 360, I'll take off that back wall piece so we can see her rotate all the way around. That might be quite dope. As my panning skills come into effect. Yeah, nice. Nice. Okay, let me zoom out a bit, yeah? And I'll leave you with that look, and we'll come back for some dope 360s. See you on the flip. What's up, boys and girls? I'm back. Here we're going to do a couple of Muay Thai poses. She is a badass in a fight. So here she is in a leaping front knee kick. And boy, oh boy, does this kick break bones, eh? So I've taken the wall away at the back so we can get a full view of her pose, which I don't know yet how it's coming across on camera, but in front of me she looks Muay Thai as hell, if that's such a word. So her stand wasn't tall enough, so I've used Iron Man's stand and just locked it under her armpits. But as you can see, she's in that famous Muay Thai stance. Just perfect. She's such a dope figure to pose. I know I've said that the whole video, but she is, eh? You can have so much fun with her. This is actually a reshoot because the pose I had her in on the video, once we started watching it on the telly, it just looked shite. So yeah, that's her base, as you all know. Same problem as the QS01 Batman. Nowhere to place her on a standing pose where feet are like a flat on the ground. So I've got a torso bent here, bent inwards. You can see where it pulls away from the body. I've got the arms and biceps turned so that she can achieve this pose. And to be fair, she looked better without that wrist grabber under her arms. It looked much more Muay Thai-ish. But honestly, such a dope figure to pose, man. She's got little nuances everywhere. So I've got her toes bent there. I don't know if you can see that. Just over here. And that's her lead foot. So she can either knee you in the face or go for the throat kick with those hard toes of hers. There, you can see a bit more of the Muay Thai there. Yeah, these panning skills are not easy, eh? They're not easy. You've got to be a Golden Globe winner, or at least a nominated Oscar director, which I am, of course, which I am. I achieved that in my youth, my misspent youth. So, for those who haven't watched the movie, she gets her first body. She's found in a scrapyard with just the torso and the brain, basically. And Christoph Waltz brings her around and puts her in a body that he was keeping for his daughter that has since passed. Anyway, she loses that body. I won't tell you how. And they revisit an alien ship from some Japanese war. And she found this battle bot suit, hence Battle Angel. And she starts playing this rollerball derby. And she's just total badass in it, eh? Then she becomes a hunter warrior, which is like a bounty hunter in her time. And she's even more badass in that. Okay, so I'm going to give you another Muay Thai pose here. So bear with me as I cut, split and edit. All for your viewing pleasure, by the way. All for your viewing pleasure. So there she is. And my, oh my, oh my, oh my. She looks dope, eh? My aunt was saying the other day, she puts my videos on while she's working. And she counts how many times I say dope in each video. She thinks I've got a logic problem. Okay, I'll stop speaking shit. I will return. Don't go anywhere. Staying on the subject of kicking, we've put her in a flying kick, heading straight for the guy's sternum. I wouldn't like to be him. If you can have a look from the top, there you can see her full line as she's swinging into it, turned with the hip and just about to unleash all that power in the kick. And then more than likely follow up with a fist to the throat or to the side of the ear, just as deadly. And again, I'm surprised with the amount of articulation this figure's got. It hasn't got double bend knees. I'm a bit shocked at that. Bit shocked. Doesn't take away from the figure at all, though, because you can get it in so many other dope poses. Look at little details, like on her armor going over her chest area. Really nice, eh? And all the biceps. The biceps you can turn under those shoulder plates so that they're facing in the right direction. Same with the legs. You have to be careful though for scraping the paint when you turn her. There's two like rings there, either side of the hip, that you can turn to cover the open joints, which is quite a good idea, eh? You don't, you know, like Iron Man, we're always moaning, you can see the shoulder joints. And yeah, so maybe they took heed of that and tried to rectify it with this piece. And Muay doesn't know, but I've ordered the painted head sculpt with the real hair from 16 Kit Chen. I was telling some of the other guys, my peers in the group, that that's what I'd done, and they said the likeness is not there. And when I went back to have a look, yeah, they're kind of right, eh? But I mean, that's not 16 Kit's fault. That's the supplier, you know. And if you want to buy it, you buy it. If you don't, you don't. But I still bought it because I think, no, it looks dope. And no one's going to know, man. You know, no one's going to know. And it doesn't bother me. in the least. Look at that, man. Imagine seeing that thing in a lacquer, in a nice cabinet, all lit up. And she's in the front room as you invite your friends and your dinner guests arrive. And they see this bad bitch. Whoops, excuse the language. She would have been a nice chick to go on a jaw with out on the town. No one would give you any stick, eh? No one. Okay, let's change up the pose quickly. Come back with a lacquer pose, and that'll be it until the 360s. So hang around, see what she does next. Alright, that's me back in the room with Alita. And here she's doing the midriff splitter stance. So that blade goes straight into your midriff. With one cut, she opens up your whole harakiri. And you find yourself with your intestines hanging on the ground. She's using the base as support, but not sitting on the base. She's using the legs as her main fulcrum point so that she could leap forward onto this left leg, pushing her sword through your neck, cutting all your vital organs and leaving you to writhe in pain. That's how bad this girl is. No mercy. No mercy. Well, she's a battle bot. What do you expect? She's not going to play Ringa Rosie, is she? I'm having so much fun here. You can't. It's just awesome playing with your figures. Because most of them you can't do this. Well, for the scalers that know. For the new people that are here and the hobbyists, you don't get a chance to do this to your figures in case the suit tears or stays in a permanent crease or but with this figure you could leave her in any of the poses I've shown you, and I don't think there'd be any stress whatsoever on any joint on this figure. Hot Toys have done a sterling job. As I say, the only drawback for me is the hair, the paint on her face, and double bend knees. And you don't often hear me bitching about articulation, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Fuck, I can speak some drivel, eh? But everything just flows with this figure, man. The lines are almost programmed into her, the fight lines. And she just gets them straight away. Okay, you have to do a little footsing here and a little footsing there, but 9 times out of 10, she's on point, eh? On point. I learned this panning trick from Steven Spielberg in E.T. I was his apprentice on site. Yeah, I went to school with him. That's how I know him. Oh, and on a more serious note, got nothing to do with the figure world whatsoever, but my most favourite writer on Africa ever passed away last week, Wilbur Smith. I've got every single one of his books. Well, I tell a lie. I've got every single book pertaining to the Courtneys, from the ship sailing Courtneys to the gold mine and elephant hunting Courtneys, and I've also got all the books on the Tesseri family, who was a French aristocrat woman who met one of the Courtneys during World War II, and ended up marrying him. Or was it World War One? World War One. So yeah, my condolences to his family, eh? But let's get back to her. So the base is quite versatile. I'll give it that. As I say, only drawback is the standing room. But you're going to put this chick in an action pose anyway. And as I say, I got it for Civil War cap. For endgame cap. But since I've been playing with this figure and posing her, and I think she deserves to keep her base. I don't know why I'm showing you the bottom when you're interested in the whole figure. Bad. Okay, so onwards and upwards. We've got the 360s ahead. I hope you're enjoying the 360s as much as me and Muay are. But yeah, I'll leave yous with this blade going straight in between your eyes, with her smiling glibly away. I'll see you on the flip.